Canvas quizzes offers several different question types that you can use to assess your students. Many of them are very easy, like true, false, or multiple choice, but there are some that have additional components to it.
And we've actually chosen 3 question types that we think you might have a little difficulty with. Well, don't worry, we're going to show you how to create those on this week's episode of IT Week. So we're coming to you today from Clear Creek Elementary School. Let me tell you what, this place has a ton of energy. We're in the media center. We actually walked in, and the principal, I think, was getting down,
Jake,
dancing a little bit. So we just want to take a second to thank the faculty and staff at Clear Creek for allowing us to come in and record today's episode.
Right, and I couldn't think of a better place to begin our episode on question types for Canvas than Clear Creek. So we wanted to share 3 simple ones that we wanted to show with you guys to help you better understand how you can utilize this one. And the first one we want to show is multiple answers.
In order to get started with the multiple answers question type, make sure that in the question type field drop-down you select multiple answers. From there, you can go down below and you'll be able to type in the question that you want to ask your students. After you've typed in your question, you can go down to the bottom and type in all of the different answer choices that you want to put. Now remember, the multiple answer question type is where the students will be able to select more than one correct answer for each possible question. So after you've typed in your answers, you'll want to select all of the correct answers for your question. To do that, all you need to do is select the green arrow to the left of each correct answer. What's also nice about the multiple answer question type is the ability to add different objects to the different answers. For instance, you'll be able to add an image to your answers. To do this, just select the pencil icon on the answer and then select the embed image icon. From there, all you need to do is paste in the URL of the image that you want to use and then select update. This will put an image in place of the text for each of the answers that you've done.
Multiple answers are really nice because, as you saw in the example, you have the ability to insert images as well as text into the multiple answers, and now students can check all the choices that apply for that particular question.
You're right, and another feature that Canvas gives you for question types is called multiple drop-down. And what multiple drop-down allows you to do with your question type is have a drop-down choice list in multiple locations inside each question. To get started with the multiple drop-down question type inside of Canvas Questions, what you're going to do is go to the question box and you're going to enter your question specifying where each drop-down should go. And the way to identify where you want your drop-down to go is you're going to type a reference word such as color 1 and color 2, and you're going to surround those reference words with your brackets. Below the question box, you're then going to identify the possible answer choices as well as the correct answer for each one of your reference words. So for example, we have color 1 and color 2 as our reference word. I'm going to select color 1, and then you see here I have listed 4 possible answers, selecting red as the correct answer. When I'm done with that color 1 reference type, I'm then going to select color 2 and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I've listed 4 different answer options as well as selecting the correct answer in blue. When I'm done, I will go down to the bottom and then select save. So just like with multiple drop-down, Canvas also has a question type called multiple fill-in-the-blank.
The last question we want to show you is the formula question type. This one is particularly powerful because it allows you to ask one question that has different numbers in there for every student.
To add a formula question type, we are first going to click on our Questions tab and select New Question and change our question type to Formula Question. Now we are going to add our question in the Rich Content Editor. And what you will notice here is I have certain spots in my question where I have variables surrounded by brackets. These variables are the numbers within this question that will change for each student. So you see here I have a variable x, I have a variable y, I have a variable z. It does not have to be x, y, z. You could use a, b, c. I just chose to use x, y, z. but you need to make sure that each variable is different. You should not have y for all your variables. Make sure that each variable that you want to be changed to be different, you want those to be unique. So once you have your questions in here, you have your variables surrounded by your brackets, you need to go through here and do a few steps for your question. The first one is a variable definition, where you are going to define a range for each variable. So for this case, my x variable, right, which is this one here, I'm going to say I want this number to be between the number 10 and, let's say, 30. For this one, I'm going to say I want mine to be in the range of 10 and 20, and this one to be between 1 and 10. This could be whatever you like, whatever suits you, your question. I just chose to change my numbers here. Once you have done that, the next section where you have the formula definition, this is where you have to tell Canvas how the students are supposed to find the answer. So in this case, for my math problem, what I would hope my students would do is add x plus y and subtract z. So for every student who sees this question, that is the basic formula that they should take to answer this question. So I need to tell Canvas that's how you find the answer. So I'm going to type in the formula here, which is x plus y minus z. I'm going to select save, and now you see the formula there. You see a result based off of the information that was put up there. These are just Mach 1, so don't feel like that's always the right answer. If there is an issue here, Canvas will let you know if you have an undefined variable, if there is a problem with your formula. It is case sensitive, so please be mindful of that as you're creating your problems. The last section here is Canvas is asking you to generate possible solutions. So you can go through here and indicate how many possible problems you want. So I can say, maybe if I have 30 students in my class, maybe I want 30 responses. I'm going to say 40. So I want 40 possible equations, and Canvas is going to generate those for me, and there they are. There are the numbers for each problem, and there is the answer. So you can go through and double check, is it taking x plus y minus z to get that answer? And I think if you do that, you'll find that is how they are they are arriving at these answers. So once you do that, you can go through and take a look at each one of those. But once I'm done, I hit update question, and now I have created a question using the formula type.
So what I really like about the formula questions type is now it adds more security for me as a teacher. I can ask one question where all the variables are different for each student, and it's just a nice layer of protection that I have as a teacher. I also want to encourage you guys to check out our Tech Minutes. David and I didn't get to all the question types, but we did make a Tech Minute for all the other ones that we didn't cover. So make sure you check out our Tech Minutes either on our YouTube channel or on the URL below.
And finally, guys, we want to thank Clear Creek Elementary School again for allowing us to record from their phenomenal school. That's going to do it for this week's episode. Make sure you check us out next week for another edition of IT Weekly.